Okay, hi everyone. Welcome to today's session. Whoever is here, and whoever is not here, hopefully you attend the next event. That would be very beneficial for you because we get to see what you're doing for your business. Just a moment ago, I was going through this 30-day sales machine with Trevor. We paid, I think, $1,600 for this course. And I'm sharing with you as I go through it myself. And I just figured out this Duck Soup. It's online lead generation, which I thought was kind of a little interesting. So over 22,000 happy users on Chrome Web Store. So you can get it through Chrome. And what I decided to do is I decided to go and start I got Chrome all set up here. And I've got Duck Soup there. And what I want to do is I want to kind of get started with it. So I'd like for you guys to go and check out DUX-SOUP on your Chrome and your Gmail account, and let's see what this thing does in action. And what it does is it actually allows you to go and search people's profiles on your list. So it shows that you're actually building those relationships with individuals. So I'll give you an example. You want to go to your homepage, and you see Trevor. I was just checking out Trevor's. He's got 12,333 followers, and the guy he makes well over 5 figures per month, doing very, very well for himself. And I like learning from people that do well for themselves. That's a good thing. And so one of the things is here is we want to make sure that we're constantly in contact with our network. And so, I've grown. You can see I'm kind of slowly growing this. I'm not really. I guess I should make it my goal to get to 1,000 before the end of the year. And so I'll write that down as a part of my goal. What's your goal? Everyone who's here right now. What's your goal for the end of the year? Out of curiosity, just say it out loud.
I want to be at 600.
Perfect. So I'm going to be at 1,000. That's my goal. What about you, Jason?
I'd like to get to at least 650.
Perfect. Awesome. Great. So very doable for you guys to be able to do that, and everyone who else is listening. And there's George Moen. That's a good guy to connect with. So everyone else who is listening, just write down what it is that you want your goal to be. Now, the next step that they recommended, and I already started this process last week. It does take a bit of time, and it takes time to go through it week by week by week, is to start taking a look, and you can see it kind of like I'm going all the way down to my 600 people, and you want to start visiting people's profiles and checking out who you're connected with, and whether you really want to do business with them. And whether or not they can start giving you recommendations. And if they cannot give you recommendations, what you can do to help them give you a recommendation. So, for instance, I know it was Daryl Hanna over here. I saw him up there. I know Rebecca Smith. She knows me as well. I know a number of these people, and they haven't given me those referrals or those recommendations. I know Rashika, she hasn't given me a referral yet. So I really want to get these people, and Garth, and I want to get these people giving me my referrals, because part of what I want to do, one of the things that I said I want to do is I want to get my profile down here to 99 people, or 99 people liking what it is that I do. So I've got 26, 38, 34, 30. And so I'm about, I've got 900 people, and I'm pretty positive that I should be able to get these skills here to about 99, at least a number of them. And so that's a second on my goal list, as I want to get up to 90, my top 3 to get to, actually, we'll make it my top 10 to get to 99. And how long do you guys think it will take me to get to that?
We should be able to do that by the end of the year.
You think I should be able to do that by the end of the year? Okay.
Yeah.
So now that means that I need to start bribing people with stuff. So what do you think I can bribe people with in order to get that 99? And it's interesting questions I'm asking, because we're all constantly doing the same thing. we're giving away information so that we can get something. So in my particular case, I might know 99 people that will just endorse me. But I knew someone for 10 years. Funny enough, I knew this gentleman for 10 years, and I sent a message over here. I was actually recently just been headhunted today, which is really nice. And so I'm constantly talking, communicating with people. And one of the things that I did was this right here. I said, hey, Mark, we've known each other for a while, and I want to reach out and say thanks for being a part of my network. I have a goal to reach 99 for all of my featured skills and endorsements. I would love to be able for you to help me reach my goal. Just go to my LinkedIn and add the skills you know I'm proficient at. I'll certainly return the favor. In appreciation, I'm also adding about 5 hours of hands-on training for what I've learned about social media. And it only gets better with time. It has some good social media tips, and it'll help you build your business at whatever level you're at. Thank you for believing in me and being a part of my business journey. Sincerely. So now I should be able to follow up with him, and so that's pretty decent, right? You guys like that?
It's very nice.
Yeah.
And do you see how I kind of just put in the bribe? Right?
Yeah.
5 sessions of bribes. So I figured,
That's
hey,
just on YouTube, right, Odin?
that's just on YouTube, yeah.
Okay.
Nothing special. So I've added that into the chat bot function so you guys can be able to copy that and use that for yourselves if you so wish. So that was just one example. And so here's one from Brian. So Brian has read it.
By the way, just FYI, I just noticed I don't seem to be able to copy and paste anything that's in the chat.
Okay, I'll send it over to you guys via email then. Just put it in here right now.
The copy paste worked for me, just
Oh, did it?
so you know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. That's good. Excellent. I'm happy that it did work.
Yeah,
Here's
I'm not able to select the chat though. So.
It's on the little tiny.
I can read it. I just can't interact with it other than read and post messages in there.
Sure, I'll send it out. It's not a big deal. So we've known each other for a while and want to reach out and say thanks for being part of my network. I've recently reached 99 features, blah, blah, blah. Certainly return in favor. And then I sent that over to Gil. So I know Gil Ortega for quite some time. He's active right now. I don't want to actually contact Gil right now this very second because we're doing this. And the idea was, how do we connect with more people and do what it is that we want to be doing? So that's where this Duck Soup came into play. And I'm trying to press play on it, but of course it's not letting me. Come on, Duck Soup. All right, that's fine. And what I wanted to do is I kind of wanted to maybe get started with it. So you guys got Duck Soup there for yourselves?
Yeah,
So,
I think you have to click on the other button, Odin. It
this-
says see it in action, and that's the thing that launches the video.
Okay, I don't really care. I've used it before actually.
Okay.
So what I want to do is I wanted to say it's available on Chrome, and then here's the overview. What it does is it allows you to scan and visit people's profiles, which is really kind of interesting. So clever browser add-on for LinkedIn, simplifying lead generation and business development. It leaves us a note so that we can help you. So here, this is interesting. I kind of like what this is doing right here. So these are all the things that will allow me to, what Duck Soup will allow me to do. So remember, the whole process, the whole purpose of all this is to get interaction with our network. And I have to admit, I wasn't really using LinkedIn as efficiently as it could be. And I should also let you know that I'm sharing all of this in hopes that you will be able to use all the free version. And when you choose to use the paid versions, you'll be able to go and use the paid version for that. So this is what Duck Soup can do for you. It does auto profile viewing. Pretty good. Auto tagging of any profile. Runs while you work. Auto endorse. Auto invite. Auto detect messaging. CSV download for visited profiles. CSV upload for auto visiting. supports new LinkedIn, supports LinkedIn Sales Navigator and Recruiter. Now this is interesting. I want to talk to you guys about Sales Navigator. I spent today before you called, guys, I spent a good hour and a while doing a bunch of research, and then trade and find emails, and then use your pro license from anywhere. So that's if you want to get the license, and you can actually pay for this. So I'm going to just download this because it's available. I'm going to download it on Chrome. Am I not on Chrome already? Oh, I thought I was on Chrome already. Okay. Well, here, I'm going to head over to my Chrome profile over here. So we're going to go over here to, let's do search. This is the one I think it's already logged into. So I can go to my Gmail here for this one. So what I recommend you guys do, and one of the things they recommended that we do in the training, is you get something called your first and last name .linkedin@gmail.com, so that you can have access to specifically just everything that is. So I have an executive coach opportunity that just came in to work with thousands of coaches across North America. They want me to do a CEO chairing is what they want me to do, which is kind of interesting. It's kind of up my alley. Go figure, you know.
Yeah.
So what I can type in is I can type in duck soup. Oh, no big deal. No big deal. That's just the way it always happens. It must not be on this example here. So let's just go duck soup. Duck soup for Chrome is right here. There's the extension. I can buy for $19.99 a month right now, but I believe there is a free version of it. Let me just see. Maybe they got rid of the free version. So Duck Soup Starter Edition is free. There we go. That's what we're looking for, right? Do we like free, guys?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Free's nice. It always it saves us money.
Yes.
So let's.
Yeah, especially great for trying something out before you decide whether you want to buy the full version.
Yeah. So I'm wondering where the other part is, where it lets us. Manager for LinkedIn, that's interesting. LinkedIn notification alerts, that's neat. That's all we're kind of looking for. So I'm going to just try it right now. I'm going to add the extension. You guys going to do the same thing?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Right on. So there it is. It's all connected. So now what I have to do is I have to find my account. Isn't that just glorious? So let me just find out where it is.
Is that just your regular Google account that you use, or?
Yeah, just a regular Chrome account is what it's recommending.
Oh, okay.
And
I don't think I've ever set up a Chrome account.
Yeah, that's what it recommends, is setting up a Chrome account. So I'm just taking a look here at the, of course, there it is. So it's, so Odin Xavier .linkedin.com. Oh, at gmail.com. And the password. So okay. Okay, got it, fine. Okay, now I've got this all connected. Duck Soup is connected now. So what I can do is I can open up Duck Soup. It's pretty simple right here. And it's actually got something else, CRM for Gmail. Oh, right, I forgot I had CRM for Gmail. That's actually a good one. Gmail is actually really, really good. And so here what I want to do is, this is for pro and that's for pro, but I can do searches for tags, and I can do x-rays, and I can do a whole bunch of different things. So I want to do a search. Let's do a search. So what I can do is I can do connections. So DuckSoup is at my service. I can do connections, first connections. And what I'd like to do is I would like to just connect all of my DuckSoup for LinkedIn. Let's see, options. Send connection requests to second and third degrees during visits. Okay, I want to do that. Include a personalized message to connect. Okay, that's perfect. Enter the message here, for example. Hi, I'd like to connect with me and a big supporter of blah, blah, blah. Okay, perfect. I don't have to do that. So you guys are kind of understanding what it is that I'm going through here, right?
Mm-hmm.
You want me to go through the whole process while you're on the call with me? Would it make sense?
Yeah. Seems pretty straightforward.
It does. I'm thinking, you know, there is some education here, right here, where it's targeted database. This is it right here. Okay, this might not be it. Here it is, DuckSoup, 11 minutes and 33 seconds. Unfortunately, I cannot share it with you, but here, let's just go through this for a minute.
Hey, it's Jason, and in this video, we are going to be talking about
Tell me if you can hear it.
Which is one of the programs.
Can you hear it?
Yep. Can do.
Good. Oh. That's not what I wanted to do.
Hey, it's Jason, and in this video, we are going to be talking about DuckSoup, which is one of the programs available to mass view profiles on LinkedIn. So before we get into that, you know, if you watched the previous video, which of course you did, you are going to recognize this. I had done 3 saved searches, and I did my last 2 saved searches, but I want to come full circle here with something I was discussing earlier in the discovery document, which was the hierarchy of locations and industries that you can use. And actually this came in really handy for me because I was going to make the last 2 saved searches and I didn't have quite enough people. I wanted to get this into that number between 500 and 800 that I had mentioned. And you know, just using Seattle wasn't cutting it. I didn't have enough people in this professional training and coaching industry at this company size, or in both industries at the 10,000 plus company size. So all I did was go back to my discovery document and say, okay, how can I expand this search, right? So what I did was I just added in those 4 Washington locations that I had before. So like I say, this is where it really comes in handy to lay that foundation with the discovery document so that when you're doing these future steps, you're not scrambling to say, oh, great, I don't have enough people. What am I going to do here? You just go back to your discovery document and say, okay, I need a few more people. Why don't I add the other locations that I had in my discovery document? And so now I've got, you know, a solid 5 saved searches set up here, and I want to view all of these profiles. And so the way I'm going to do that is with this program, DuckSoup. And DuckSoup is a Chrome extension, and it's going to be associated with the account that you buy it under. So this is new to some people, the fact that you can be logged into Chrome, Google Chrome, that is the browser I'm using, simultaneously in different accounts. You can see over here, and if you've been paying attention over the past videos, which of course you have because I just have a magnetic personality, it's impossible not to pay attention, but Jason here, right? I've been logged in as Jason under this Chrome, but now I'm actually logged in under an account we use for some of our activities called 30-Day Sales VA, and they have an account. Have my own name. DuckSoup as a usable. You can see it's green here because I'm on a search, but if I didn't have it, if I hadn't bought it, which I haven't for Jason, then I'm not going to be able to use it. And so it's different than being logged into a certain Gmail. Like you're going to have your Gmail that we showed you how to create, you know, first name dot last name dot LinkedIn at Gmail. You're going to use that Gmail to sign up for DuckSoup, but logging into it under Chrome or under Gmail here isn't going to be enough, because you can see here that I can be logged into my personal email here and still be logged into Chrome under 30-day sales VA. So you want to make sure that you are logged into into Chrome with the account you're going to use for all these activities, so that you can use it to buy Duck Soup. And so you just do that by going to switch person, and you can add a new person here and log in, and now you're logged into Chrome under that name. So now that I've got that done, what I want to do is just Google Duck Soup, and the second result will be a link to the Chrome store, and you can see that I've already added it. But if I go over here and do Duck Soup over here, I haven't added it, right? So, I've added it to Chrome, but I haven't bought it yet, right? So you can see that, I'm logged into 2 different accounts here, and I'm seeing different information depending on what the status of Duck Soup is for that account. So you're going to want to go ahead and buy that, $15 a month. And so now that I have that, I've downloaded, I've added it to Chrome, and I've got that as an icon here in my browser. And so you can see it's professional edition. That's because I paid for it. And you can see that it turned red because I'm not on a page where Duck Soup can be used. When I go back over to this search, it turns green, and I'm able to use it. And so this is what we're going to do to view profiles, and we're going to switch a couple of the options. So you just click on here and go to options. The skipping rule we're going to set to 6 days, because we are going to view this, once every 7 days. And just in case you started at a different hour, we just want to be safe and say 6 days instead. And we're going to we're going to turn this off. So it's on automatically, but the photo might be blank, but some people just don't like their photo out there. They're still active LinkedIn users. We don't necessarily want to skip those people, so we're going to go ahead and skip the visit. We're not going to skip the visit when the photo is blank. We are going to skip the visit when the name is unknown. Those are going to be those LinkedIn member people I was telling you about, and we don't need to use our time to view them really. So you can show notifications or not. That's up to you. Visiting speed, just leave it on random. Don't go to fast. I guess you can go to slow if you want, but that's just going to take a long time to view, 500 to 800 people. You're going to have to run it all day. And don't get me wrong, you can run this in the background. It's not like you have to sit here and watch it, but random is fine between 100 and 300. In fact, random really is ideal, because then any LinkedIn algorithms that are saying, why is this person viewing profiles, it's going to stagger the time and sort of get you to duck under that limitation right there. So the other super important one here is limiting your daily visits. You want to check that you understand the risk. Again, higher than your LinkedIn subscription could lead to blocking your account. Never happens. Never seen a LinkedIn account blocked. So you're fine there. Don't worry. You're going to want to have it up to 800 per day. You can ignore the fact that it's recommending 400 for Business Plus. Up to 800 is fine. Check that you confirm you understand the risk. Reload this, and I'm going to have my fancy new option set up for Duck Soup. It's just reloading as it reloads my options, and it'll go green again. There we go. Duck Soup is at my service. So with Duck Soup, we're just going to set it to run. Like I say, you don't need to actually, be there to watch it. But what we find is that you're going to have, a view back percentage, like I said, around 8 to 12%. Some of the considerations there are going to be, how well targeted are your saved searches? How good's your headline? In step 2, we talked about profile optimization and how important that headline is. We really want to have something there that people, think, oh, I gotta check this guy out. I'm going to view his profile, right? And as I said, the reason we're doing this is because we want to increase our awareness. We want to start being looked at organically. We want the LinkedIn algorithm to put us higher in searches when people look for keywords associated with our profile. And this is a great way to do that, right? It's very similar to Google, where, to get on the front page of Google, you want a bunch of people linking to you, because Google says, okay, this guy must have something going on this website if everybody's linking to him. And very similar on LinkedIn, right? If everybody's viewing your profile, you must have something good going on. So you'll end up figuring higher in organic searches, and you'll also show up in people's feeds as, you know, some of your connections are getting noticed. You'll pop up there. Again, you're going to have a good headline, so somebody might see you in their feed and say, oh, who's this guy getting noticed? I'm going to go ahead and click through. So again, it's a little less of a something we can describe with precise numbers. It's really an organic effort here to increase awareness and start getting you noticed. And it's that beginning of that buyer's journey, right? They need to know who you are and what you offer to be able to evaluate you, especially, you know, in comparison to your competition. So that is the reasoning behind why we're doing this. And we are going to just view them. So I've got my Save Search set up. I just picked my first one here, Seattle Consulting 1 to 50. And I'm going to go ahead and visit profiles. And before I do that, I'll also show you the fact that you can do scan profiles, right? So scanning, it records them without visiting, right? So generally, you're going to want to use visit, especially if you are downloading. Well, I mean, you're definitely going to want to use visit for these paid searches. We're going to get into downloading your campaign in the next step, and you're definitely going to want to use visit for that as well, because you want to set the foundation for the fact that you're going to send them a connection request that references things in their profile. So we're going to get into messaging and crafting the connection request, but for now, just know that it's a good practice to have actually visited their profile, so you're keeping your story straight when you're telling people that you visited their profile, right? But maybe at some point you want to download, say, some people from your first degree network. You can set up an advanced search of your first degree network, and then you can just scan the profiles if you don't want to pop up on their radar just yet. Maybe you just want to get some information and you don't want to sort of ping them and have them know that you visited your profile. That's what you can use scan profiles for. If you do want to download a search, you definitely want to clear the data so that you're only downloading the people who you viewed. So, you know, if I wanted to download these 590 people into a CSV, I would want to make sure that it was cleared, so I was only doing that. And then you'll have the ability to download that data as a CSV. And again, in the next step, we're going to talk about how you would use that data to populate your tracker and get a campaign going. So for now, it's just visit profiles, and, you know, it's skipping because I had already viewed these profiles earlier today. But it's going to basically just run, like I say, in the background. You can be doing something else. You can be logged into this account and then logged into your personal account over here and doing things at the same time. So I would just be minimizing this and letting it run. So that's it for DuckSoup for now. Like I say, it's a viewing software that we're using. We're going to increase your awareness. We're going to...
I think you guys get it, hey?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to unmute. Someone came earlier today, and I just want to unmute you. Oh, it's not letting me unmute you. Oh, boy. Can you unmute yourself? The person who visited before? Viewer number 3, can you unmute yourself? Okay. I suppose you cannot. No big deal. So there's an idea of what DuckSoup can do for you. At least I'd like for you guys to work on the free version this week and to continue to build out your LinkedIn profile. One of the things that I also wanted to do this week was to show you how you can add some stuff to your profile. So a couple of testimonials, for instance. So let's just get up a couple of my testimonials, and I'll show you guys how to do that. Do you have any questions while we're working on this?
No.
Okay, perfect.
Not right now, anyways.
Perfect. So one of the things that I have here is I've got this team information marketing package. So this is something that I'm going to really recommend that each of you develop for yourself. And it's just an information package, only 67 pages, not too big. You know, it'll only take you a couple days to read. and what I have is I have some testimonials here from a whole bunch of testimonials, and I want to add those to my LinkedIn profile, giving me a bit more credibility. And so let's take a look here and add this over here. I'm going to upload. I guess I could upload, but really what I want to do is I can do a link, I suppose. So I suppose I can take this one page and I can print it into a PDF. So do you guys have any testimonials that you want to be? Oh, I think I made a mistake. I printed all of it instead of just the one page. So let's go back here. Where do I want to do that? Maybe I can do that up here instead. There's a summary. I put some, there we go. I'm going to upload. So I'm just going to save this picture. I can just put it on my desktop for right now. Carl. Just like that. Then I'm going to upload here. I'm going to go like this, my desktop. I want to take a look for Carl. There it is. Perfect. Like this. That's a big picture of his face there. I'm going to apply it. Oh, I'm exceeded by, oh no, 511 characters. That's horrible. I have to get rid of some stuff here. So let's get rid of this right here. Oh, I'm 400. Okay, let's just see. So I got to get some of the small ones. 313. Okay, let's see if I can do this. So you can see that it does take a little bit of time.
Odin, do you have any guidelines about how to create a really great testimonial?
I have tons of guidelines on how to create a good testimonial, yes. Would you like me to send those over to you?
If you could, please, because I think giving people a flavor of the kinds of things that you want them to put in the testimonial is useful, because otherwise people don't know what to say often.
Well, what we do is just today I phoned up for one of our members, and I did a 7-minute feedback form, and then from that feedback form it gets transcribed, and then from the transcription what I do is, and I don't want to use this actually because I'm just changing the testimonial too dramatically. So I'm going to have to revisit this entire process and find out the good play. Maybe I got to do it. Maybe what I'll do is I'll make it into a video instead and read it out loud. That might be good. Or what I can do is, oh, I just don't know why I didn't think of that. Just use this right here. Make a picture of it like this. There we go. That's much better. Save it. Put it on my desktop. And I can just use it that way. Yeah, so I do actually have, there's a whole standard operating procedure that we put in place for testimonials. And no, I just want that right there. Perfect. Like this. And then there we go, just like this. Awesome. So there's another one right there of a testimonial. People can click it open, and lo and behold, it's going to be there for them. So that actually looks pretty good. I like it. What do you guys think?
Mm-hmm.
workaround. Now, here's a recommendation from Douglas College. So what I could do is I could go down here, save this. I'll go down here to Douglas College. There's Douglas, and I can go here, and I can do the exact same thing. And so what I don't like about it is the date, though. So I'm going to do my best to get rid of the date and make it a little more generic. There it is, right like this. So what I want to do is I want to go like that, perhaps. Nope, that's not what I want. I am looking for white. Oh, there we go. It's a little more generic. And then I can just save this and do the exact same thing there like that. So what I'm doing is I'm building out my profile, which just makes me look really good. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So there's another one. So then when I'm looking down, they're looking to say, okay, what have I been, what do I have here? So I'm going to look here so they can see more. Oh, there's a Canadian marketing team top performer. Perfect. There's Carl right there. I like using his picture. He's a pretty good guy. And then I have some more things that I can use down here. So there's all these other testimonials. This is one from Alex Sim, for instance. And here's another one from, this is from Roger Killen. This is one from Tyler. Here's another one from Doreen, from Lane. Here's one from Diana Gray, from Chad and Victoria. There's one from Donna Willen. Actually, that's a really good one. Donna Willen worked with me down over here at 4 Elements Marketing. So I can put that down there. So how many testimonials do you think you can get there, Diane?
Well, every person that I've run through the photo reading workshop, I've got feedback forms that I could take their feedback from the feedback form and put it up. I'd ask them first, but
yeah,
I could
for
do
sure.
that.
For sure. So let's open up the testimonials here and show you some ideas that we have for testimonials. We call it a testimonial standard operating procedure.
Okay.
And I only give that to people I'm working with. So so if you happen to see this and we're not working together on a monthly basis and you're not a member, then sorry, you can't have it.
Right.
Just taking a look for it. Testimonial SOP, where is that? Here it is. So this is our standard operating procedure. So we recommend getting 50 testimonials per year. These are the different kinds of testimonials that you can get as a quote testimonial, peer testimonial, social testimony, influencers, video testimonials. And actually, we just wrote one. So it took us a little while for myself and for Jonathan to create one earlier today, or last week. It took us a full week to do it. We went through this whole process, and these were the testimonials he came up with. Turbo IT Solutions and Jonathan is our savior. Wasn't that a great one?
Mm-hmm. Very nice.
Yeah, and then so we came up with 5 different ones. So just this is all the words that she used. He is quick. His quick response saves us time. Saves us every time. His quick response saves us every time. It should be his quick response saves us every time.
Right.
Direction. She's already approved all these. When bad things happen in our network, Jonathan is there for us. And that's not the first
time that we've heard that. So we give Jonathan and Turbo IT an 11 out of 10 for a service we have received. And then the service we receive from Jonathan at Turbo IT Solutions absolutely meets our expectations. So these are what's called one-liners.
Okay.
Have one-liner. And then these right here is 110 words or less to be approved. When bad things happen with our network, Jonathan is there for us. So when we were a startup office, we had to build our entire network with VoIP phones, computers, hardware, and software, and some user training. Jonathan was there. Jonathan was there and is now our go-to person. He set up the network for over 10 people and worked tirelessly to get this up and running for us. Pretty good testimonial, isn't it? He kind of knows what he does, right? So he needs to put this everywhere, absolutely everywhere. He's got to put this. And so this is what we did. And this took about 10 minutes for the feedback form. And then he transcribed it. And then it took us about an hour to come up with all of this. And we worked on it. And so what I'm doing is I'm slowly training him how to do the testimonial. And so Turbo IT Solutions and Jonathan helped us everything from coordinating new office setup like ours to solving IT network issues. Because a lot of people have no idea what he does, right? So we're always happy to have him visit our team and really enjoy working with him. Jonathan helps. So this is what's called 110 words. So look how many he's got to use, right? And he doesn't have many, just a number, right? But don't you think this is enough to get started? Right?
It's a great place to start.
Yeah, precisely. Yeah, precisely. And so Jonathan helped us on 3 levels. He's always shows up very quickly. He's very timely. 2, he's a problem solver. He'll dig in to find the answers regardless of what the issues are and always finds a solution. I heard that today from the second testimonial that I got. So 3, he's always happy, cheerful, and easy to deal with. The service we receive from Jonathan is 11 out of 10. We're gladly refer Jonathan and Turbo IT Solutions to business suffering from information technology gaps. That's a good one, isn't it? So you can kind of see that it was slowly what we got is some headlines. What we did is from the headlines, we created a testimonial. And then from the other headlines, we continued to put all the necessary pieces together until finally we came up with our 250 word plus. This is 242 words. So it gets into the entire kit and caboodle of everything that has to happen. And so what we do is we have very simple feedback questions. And so what were you unhappy or frustrated with about whatever service before? What specific problem made you seek out that person or that company? Tell me about a particularly good experience you had with. And I did that today for Jonathan again. So he just says, hey, Odin, do you mind doing this for me? I'm like, sure. I get to call someone up. I get to talk to them. It doesn't take more than 10 minutes, and it helps his business, and I want to see him succeed. And so there is such a thing as getting too many testimonials, though, by the way.
Right.
Yeah.
So, because I was part of, I do real estate presentations, and the guy has way too many testimonials. Way too many. I was like, okay, that's too many. I never thought there was such a thing as too many testimonials, and that guy showed me that there is. There is such a thing. You want to use 3 to 5 testimonials strategically, right? And then so did the service you receive expect or meet your expectations? Please give details. And then would you recommend that person or that business to your other business colleagues? And specifically, how did they help you? Give 3 examples. And then we have it also works into a referral. So that's basically the nuts and bolts of getting a testimonial, is getting this kind of feedback. And then as soon as you have this kind of feedback, you transcribe it. And as soon as it's transcribed, what you're able to do is you're able to write a really good testimonial, send it back to them for approval. The issue is when you try to have your client write a testimonial for you, it doesn't really always work out that great. And I'll give you a couple of examples of not that great testimonials. They're okay. They're okay, but they're not that great. They're just okay. So we take a look at my profile here. I got 349 people connections on Alignable. How many do you have, guys? And so what I really do like is that here, this is Odin has some great ideas for marketing and thus business growth. He not only shares ideas, shows you how to implement them, and you can do it yourself. Odin is great to work with. So I need you to put your picture there. And then what I do is I take this, watch, I take this, transferable, I go like this, and I take this over here, I'll just grab this one, take this outline, I'm going to get rid of the date. I don't like dating it. Doesn't that make sense? Good tool. And then what I'm going to do is I can copy this. I can go over here. I can just go into my home page. I can just paste this. Oops. Okay, I don't have to paste it there. I'll just paste it somewhere like here. This is perfect. I'll put it right here. Oops. And how many of these do I really want? Right? I want as many as I can get. So it's an okay testimonial, but what would have happened if I would have been able to do an actual testimonial for you? And I'll give you an example of the difference between a testimonial that's written this way and then one that's written by a client. And so we'll just go down here. That was you, Jason. And here we go. I'm just going to get down to it. Here, this one. Odin is very passionate about teaching the values of the great marketing and business plan. We've had many coachings. I've had my coaching sessions with Odin, I was impressed. My exact words were, "I should have hired you 8 years ago when I started my business. Without hesitation, I'd recommend Odin." So there's an example. I'm just going to cancel that. I'm going to go back here to Alignable. I'm going to show you all 13 of these recommendations. So here, Odin from the Canadian marketing team is truly passionate about marketing and business planning. And I asked her to just copy and paste this. You see the difference? Which do you like better?
Yeah.
Well, clearly this one. I wrote it and she approved it, by the way. This is what she wrote on her own. So I'm not saying, hey, I love the fact I got a testimonial from her. She's awesome in every regard, absolutely. But you can see the difference between you writing a testimonial and your client, and how to use them strategically. So I guess what I'm going to do this week is I'm going to take all these testimonials now, and I'm going to start posting them up on Facebook, LinkedIn, and all these other different areas, so that I can be maximizing it. What are you guys going to be doing this week with your LinkedIn?
I'll go and actually get a few testimonials based on my photo reading stuff, and then I've helped 2 people with the designs of their programs, so I'll ask them for testimonials as well.
Do you want me to help you with that, perhaps?
It might be helpful for the one client that I was working with this past weekend, because she sent me a very nice text message, and she would be an excellent person for talking about my ability to design courses. So.
Yeah, and what's really nice is that having someone who's not you phone and get some feedback allows them to be on their best behavior. So I find that third party really does work. So what I'll do is I'll send this over to you, Anne.
Okay.
And because you've asked for it, so I'll send it over to you right now. And I think you already have it, right, Jason?
I think you sent that stuff to me last week.
I think I did. So that's what we're working on for you this week, is just to continue to build that and to get some people involved. There you go.
Yeah,
so,
and I already have someone picked out for us to talk to on Friday.
Oh, perfect. That's such great news. So then I'm going to be able to walk you through that process, because what I'm finding out is that the feedback acts like a survey, and it also has a couple referral aspects to it. So the first thing I like doing with people is getting you those testimonials. They really do help. They're quite amazing. Testimonials are great. Yeah, and then what you would do is you get a picture, and then you start putting them all over the place. And he's retired now. He did so successful, he managed to retire, and he volunteers all his time. So yeah, Neil is all over North America. He's making so much money selling his programs. It's ridiculous. Elle, she's hilarious. She made a whole bunch of money. She came back, got some more coaching, and just went out, and she's like, she likes to go and do it, and just make herself successful. This is Jason right here. This is from you, actually, when you were doing when I was working with Testimonial Success, and we worked together on that testimonial. So you had training from back then too. So
Oh, yeah.
yeah, so some pretty good stuff here. But so you can notice that these are really sometimes too long, right? Way too
Yeah.
long. Over 250 words. I mean, how many words is that? It doesn't even say how many words it is. Oh, 333 different words. So I mean, like, just very, very lengthy. And that's why I decided to 169 words. That's why I decided to do one paragraphs, one liners, and then it's better to have that all done up like we did with Jonathan in the very beginning.
Well, yeah, 'cause
So
I can see where a longer testimonial might be beneficial to put on your website and with like your collection of all your testimonials.
yeah,
Where, especially if you have a system like WordPress or Drupal or something like that, where you can automatically prune out a snippet of the first part of it, and then people can go to the full page to read the full testimonial if they want to.
yeah,
And then have those like short forms for things like when you ran into on LinkedIn when you're trying to upload those other testimonials where the testimonial was too long and wouldn't let you post it there.
wasn't that fun? It's like,
Yeah,
oh, I won't be doing that.
yeah.
My brain had to work quickly, right? And
Yeah, you could have benefited from having, a short form of that testimonial to just, okay, well, just switch to the short form then and get it up there, because it's actually always better to have it on there as plain text
yes,
on the web than as an image, just because SEO is better that way.
yeah, I do agree with that. And so maybe what I'll do is I'll put the entire thing on there, and then I'll choose certain parts to put into the LinkedIn, which would also be helpful. I also want to talk to you guys about Alignable. I don't think you guys are using Alignable to its fullest capacity. You guys can see me growing it, 350 different connections. Today, what I did was I worked on, so let's go take a look at my community. I actually there was a question about 30-second elevator pitches. Where is that? Anyway, I'm not going to get to it right now. So you can see I've added 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people in the last 8 hours. There's another 2 people 2 days ago. I had another person over here. Someone became, highly recommended on Alignable, which is great. This person, the BC Apartment Insider, accepted my 4 days ago. Another 6, 5 days ago. So you can see that I'm slowly growing the process. The thing is that for the 2 to 3 weeks that go before an event, I'm really actively doing a lot of marketing. So we've got about 30 people registered for our event coming up this Wednesday, which is about exactly what I want, is about 30 people. I probably think that about 15 people to 20 people will show up, although this event only happens once a year, and there's always stragglers that come. Viewer number 3, whoever you are, I'm sorry that you're not able to communicate with us, but it says I'm going to contact my clients that I've helped and work on testimonials. So I just don't know who you are. If you can tell me who you are, just type your name in there. That'd be really, really helpful. So the idea is to continue to grow your network, and I've been very, very picky on growing my network and who I want to be growing. So I spend quite a bit of time, just looking to see would I like to grow my relationship, who would I like to grow my relationship with in this area. What's also very cool is that you guys are going to be able, oh, there it is. Oh, Rosalie, my computer's not working properly, but it has sound. Okay, perfect. That's awesome. Nice. Yeah, Rosalie, absolutely contact your clients and I can help you, and I'll contact them with you, and we'll get a great few testimonials for you so you can start doing the LinkedIn Alignable as well. Absolutely, Rosalie. My pleasure. My pleasure. Yeah, for sure. So you want to be growing that, and also you want to be growing your Facebook site. And you notice I'm kind of, so when it comes to Facebook, I have to admit that I haven't been focusing on Facebook nearly as much as I do on growing out the other stuff. But what I have been doing is I've been growing these pages.
So you can see all these different pages that I have. And one of the things that I've been growing on top of growing a page, because it's important to have a page, what the page does is the page, and I'll give you an example here. I'm going to go to this rent to own, and this is one I'm actively working on right now. So I just started it a little while ago. We've got 32 followers. Really good. All of this is organic. I do my best to, I got my reaches down by 1,700. I did not do any marketing this weekend. I actually recharged. I was feeling a little bit burnt out, and so I decided to recharge my batteries, and lo and behold, I did. You can see here there's 1,619 people that were reached here, and with this particular opportunity. And then you can.
I was curious, when you're getting those high reach numbers, are you actually doing boosted posts to reach
No
that
way.
many?
Are you kidding me? No way, man. No, I'm totally low cost, no cost. What
Because I have like, because on my Facebook I have like somewhere around over 200 like likes on that page / followers, and
Okay.
I'll be lucky if I get like 1 or 2 dozen reach, or sometimes I might get up to like 100 reach for a good post.
The key is where you're sharing your post. I shared my post in Vernon Area Community Forum, right?
That's how you're doing it.
Well, yeah. So what I do is, so let's take a look. So one of the things that I have Canadian marketing team, and what I started to do is I started to think a little bit more broadly when it comes to creating a page. So let's say I wanted to create a page that was dedicated to advanced education and advanced comprehension, right? So I want to advance my business skills in total. So I'm going to type in. So what I do is I create a page that would be called advanced. So I just, very simple to create a page like this. And some of them I work on and some of them I don't. And so what I do is I create a community cause like this, and I'm going to say, read 25,000 words a minute. That's pretty interesting, right? So I'm going to get started there. And then I'm going to skip this. I'm going to skip this. Oh, it says upload. Skip that. So this is just one page. Now what I'm able to do is I'm able to go into my settings here like this. And what I'm able to do is I'm able to go to page roles. I'm going to add Diane right here. I'm going to make her admin. So now her and I can work on this page together.
Cool.
Yeah, for sure, isn't it?
Nice.
So now, yeah, that's what this is all about. So read 25,000 words in a minute. I mean, I want to know how to do that. And so now what you're going to do is so this is where you can get people to like your page and so on. Next step that you want to do is you want to go over and you want to create a group. So these are all the different groups that I've got. So I can create a group. Mastering speed reading. What do you want to call it?
Mastering speed reading is fine because people know what speed reading is. Photo reading, they kind of go, what?
So mastering speed reading for business professionals. Diane. There. And then I'm going to make it a public group. Okay, so now I've connected the two groups together. So now what I have is this group should come up right now. There it is, Mastering Speed Reading. So there's two things that you do. First thing is on this particular page. So this is a page where what you do is you can boost your page. So you're going to have to come in here, Diane. I've given you access to it. You're going to have to upload a picture here. You're going to upload a cover picture.
Okay.
And then what you can do is you can invite all your friends. I'll invite that, I'll invite that, I'll invite there, I'll invite there, I'll invite there. So you invite every one of your friends to this.
Okay.
right? And then what you start doing is you start doing little tiny tips and tricks. So here, this is right here, is join our group. Speed reading for professionals. So I'll just like that. So I'm going to publish it. Now this is where it's different, because here it says you can boost your pages.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where it costs money, and they make a ton of money. I'm sorry I'm going a little bit over, guys. Is that okay?
That's fine.
Okay, cool. So now the next step is that, okay, so I have this group right here. So I'm going to join this group. So I've joined the group. And now what I'm going to do is I'm looking to see, okay, what's cool about this group? Well, this group has the ability, there is no boost. Notice how there's no boost?
Mm.
This is for interaction of a group of people. And so you can add a file here, for instance. You can add a book if you want. You're from Dropbox. So I can go here. I can basically choose a file. And I can go here. I have a library here. I'll go speed reading. Just like this. So I have a whole bunch of, probably nothing here about speed reading, but just to give you an example, you can upload books and files and so on that you need for speed reading. You can have this a public group, or you can have it a closed group.
It's almost as if you could create a book club with the group so that people could essentially talk about what kinds of books they're reading about.
Very awesome. Yes, to keep motivating people.
Yeah.
But in order to generate the leads, what you're going to do is, because there's two ways you can build it. You can build your group, and you can build your business page. This is your business page. To build your business page, what you're going to do is you're going to go Vancouver. Vancouver professionals, like this. So Vancouver models and photographers, not really what I'm looking for. And these are pages. So I'm not really looking for pages. I want groups. So Vancouver Professional Collective, I'm going to join them. Vancouver Young Professional Group, I'm going to join them. Vancouver Young Professionals and Entrepreneurs, I'm going to join them. Vancouver Business Professionals, I already sent a request. Vancouver Professional Business Exchange. Vancouver Dental Professionals, sure, what the heck? Are you in the dental professional in Lower Mainland? I help dentists market their business. Marketer. Right? I can do that?
Yep.
No one says I can't. Plus, I want a dentist as a client, so that's good. Vancouver Professional Mover Workforce. Don't really want that. Professional Support System. Sure, I want that. Metro Vancouver Black Professionals Group. Sure, what the heck? I hope it's okay that I'm white, but you know, whatever. I'm just going to say yes to it anyway. The Association of South Asian Professionals in BC. Absolutely, I want to be part of that. Vancouver Construction Professionals. Absolutely want to be part of that. Vancouver Business Professional, Fitness Professionals. Maybe not. I like fitness, but I can do that on my own time, and I don't really want to have a fitness clients. I find them difficult to work with. There's too much competition. Construction professionals again. So you guys are getting the idea. So then what I do is I go here like this, and let's go to Rent-to-Own Vernon. And what I do is there's a couple things I do. I go here. I find a rent-to-own articles. Rent-to-own so rent-to-own articles. Just like this. So Investopedia, I've already went and searched that. 11 reasons why sellers should rent. Okay. What is rent-to-own? There it is. We can do that. So I just take a look at that. So how does it work? I just pick whatever I like, and then I go back over here, And then what I can do is, because I already have this one printed out, I create my marketing piece. I go like this. I go share. A roundabout way to show you what it is that I'm doing. And then I go A. Oh, Vernon surrounding area, buy and sell. All right, perfect. I'm going to put that there. So it's just time intensive, but it's saving me a bit of money. I find that I get way more results doing it this way than I did any other way, by the way. I've paid lots of money. Paid a lot. Pardon me?
This is where a virtual assistant would be handy to have, so that you
Right.
could just give them the instructions and then have them go do this for you.
Correct,
You
exactly.
know, or a Facebook professional that you're paying a month for retainers to create posts for you.
Yeah, precisely. Yeah, they're in charge of doing all this kind of stuff. Exactly. So Unite Vancouver, so Vernon Rant and Rave.
Now, actually, interesting thing is I actually do a bit of a similar thing to this on LinkedIn.
Okay.
Like, for example, when I either write a new article for my company blog,
Yeah, that's
or
right.
I find an interesting article that somebody else wrote on their own site, that I think people on LinkedIn would like. They'll actually go through and use the share feature and share it to a whole huge variety of groups on LinkedIn.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly. So these are shared. So what they can do is they can click this.
The main difference is this one here is a little bit more labor intensive to do the process, whereas on LinkedIn,
But
when
remember, a client
doing a share, I can add all the groups in all at once.
That's a good point. But remember that your job is to get 2 to 3 to 4 brand new clients. And so if this activity gets you those amount of clients, do it.
Yeah.
Right. So it's time intensive versus. So the time will come where you can hire someone to do that. But until that time, just do it yourself.
Yeah.
And I've already been there, done all that. I like doing this stuff. I shrug my shoulders. I enjoy doing it. Can I outsource it? Of course I can. You know I can outsource it.
Yeah.
Do I? I want to know what's happening. I want to follow the process. I like following the process. So with that, guys, that's the end of our conversation today. And I hope did you get some value out of this?
Of course.
Yeah.
Perfect. That's what I wanted. I'll stop the recording and we'll be talking with each other over the next couple of days. Hopefully we'll see you on Wednesday. And if we don't see you Wednesday, then we'll talk to you some other day.
Okay.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah, I'm planning on being there Wednesday. I think I've got a couple of colleagues I'd like to invite out to Wednesday as well.
Sure. Just make sure they register because we're pretty much at full capacity.
All right, I'll let them know to make sure. There's actually a friend of mine who's studying to be an RMT plus 2 clients of mine.
Okay, sure, absolutely. It's good value for them as well. So just make sure they register. That's what's important.
All right, I'll let them know.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, no problem. Have a good one.
Okay.
Thanks, Odin.
Bye, guys.